Xin chào quý vị. My name is Peter Nguyen. Welcome to Learning Vietnamese, the funny way. Now before I start, I would like to apologize to you all regarding my tooth. It's a very long story. Maybe by the end of this course, if we do reach the end of this course, or maybe one day, if we get to see all of you, I can explain what was going on. But for now, I would like to explain why I decided to start this course. Back in 2010, I was enrolled in a technical writing class, and in that technical writing class, the instructor told us to do a how-to presentation. So I thought, why not try to teach my classmates my Vietnamese native tongue, the Vietnamese language. But I know that my friends told me when they travel to places where there are Vietnamese businesses or to a pho restaurant that reading Vietnamese or even speaking Vietnamese might be a little bit complicated. So I decided to start back at the basics. So I tried to teach my classmates starting with the basics, starting with the phonics. And when I tried to teach them, everybody laughed because Vietnamese has lots of pronunciations, a lot of syllables, a lot of accents. So later on, after I taught them, when I went out with my friends, they still said they're trying to learn, but it is still a little bit complicated. So I would like to start off by teaching this so that my native tongue, so back to the basics, so everybody can be clear, and I will put all the vowels in one side with the accents, and later on I will put them with the consonants to form words. And with that, when they combine together, I will teach all you guys how to form sentences that make sense. So I hope you can sit back or lie down and watch me teach Vietnamese and enjoy. So follow me. First of all, let's start with a handshake. Follow me. Thank you for following me here. This is my first time teaching Vietnamese as a tutorial to a wide audience. It's not my first time teaching Vietnamese, but it's my first time teaching to a wide range of audience. So please bear with me. And I hope to be able to teach this, teach two portions. One portion is a video portion, which you're seeing right now, and a live portion where it's all audio only. I figured that people learn in different ways, and I would like to help you learn in both ways so that you can master Vietnamese, especially the tones and the pitches. And my second intention to make it live for audio is when people call in, when you call in, um, the phone numbers that I pick up will not be revealed to other audiences to see. And I plan on doing this um, on weekdays, every weekday, from except holidays. I'll do it on a different schedule if I happen to do this on a holiday. But on weekdays, I plan to do this 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Right now it's Standard Time in the year, which is the same as 5 p.m. in Hawaii time, 6 p.m. in Alaska time,
8 p.m. in Mountain Time, 9 p.m. in Central Time, and 10 p.m. in Eastern Time. I do apologize for those of you in Eastern time zone, that it's a little bit late. I try to do my best to accommodate for all of the time zones. So starting tomorrow, I will put half an hour to try to teach audio only. So you can close your eyes and envision all the pictures and tones and words in Vietnamese, so that you can learn. Um, and hopefully it'll be much easier to see it visually and in audio as well. So why are cuss words easier to remember? So before we start, I would like to ask, or one thing I'd observe is when people ask me how to speak my language, or to another language, to another person who speaks that same language, is they ask how to say the cuss words or the cuss phrases. Why is it easier to remember? Is because the cuss words, to the person who is trying to use it on the other person who knows the language, is funny. So that's why they remember it a lot, is because it's funny. So that's why I'll be trying to use that methodology, or that concept, to teach Vietnamese here, to make Vietnamese very funny. But the thing is, um, I will not teach cuss words here. I will not teach cuss phrases, cuss sentences here. So I'll teach whatever I can. Once again, it's my first time teaching. If you already know Vietnamese, please be patient with me. This tutorial, I'm not sure yet how many days it will take, but I am. Uh, this is not a substitute. This tutorial is not a substitute for Vietnamese school, especially for younger children, because school has more practice for reading and writing lessons. Um, and this goes for adults too. If you would like to go to school um, to practice more, then of course, by all means, you can. If you would like to go to your local library to borrow out books to practice reading and writing, you can too. But I'm doing this so that when you have spare time and you don't really want to read a book or writing in from a book right then, not at the moment, just sit down and relax. You can look at your screen, learn a little bit, try to pick up, go down, break it down step by step. But once again, this course is not a substitute for a Vietnamese school. So what we're going to do now is we'll go ahead and start with tones, and then move on to vowels, then consonants, and form words. Um, some of the same words in Vietnamese, some words are the same, just like in English, but they have different meanings depending how the word is used, either as a noun, verb, adjective, etc. But we'll go in further into that later. After we have the most common words down, we'll put them together to form short phrases or even sentences. Okay, so let's start with tones and pitch. Um, but before we start, once again, this is my first time teaching. If you have any feedback, please send an email to me, learning Vietnamese funny way at gmail.com. And I'll also, later on, I'll be putting the phone number here, so tomorrow you can call and ask any questions that we went through in the previous day's lessons, or any questions regarding Vietnamese that you might have. Now, I will not be answering any questions related to cuss words or cuss phrases. Okay, so let's start with the first tone. Is I call it the uphill tone. It is like this. but it is put on top of a vowel. We'll go on top of, we'll discuss more of it in a bit. I call it the uphill tone. And then next, we will have the uphill tone is, for example, that we go, let's use the letter A, or in English, but A in Vietnamese, the vowel, for example. We'll, ah. So normal is ah, ah. So we go uphill, ah, like that. And we'll get into more detail once we start with those vowels. But I just want to focus on these right now. The next one is downhill tone, is when we start up high and we go down low. So for an A or an ah, we'll start top and go down ah. And we'll give more examples for that later. The next one will be the questioning tone, is obvious when you're focusing on something and somebody tries to call you, you're not paying attention, or when you're confused about something. When people call you, you say, huh, or what, those or ah tone. Okay, and the next one will be one of the most difficult for me to learn as well when I first started learning. It's called on or over the edge. Oops, tone. It starts, you go up high, and then you go down, and then you go back up. Now, in the northern and southern accents, these two, the questioning and on over the edge, are the same. But for correctness sake, I'm teaching you a northern accent, but I won't go too much of the northern accent because the northerner accent, their D's, when they say the D sound, and the letter D, instead of saying yeah, they say Z. But I will go over that later. So on or the edge is, for example, a car, you're slamming to your brakes. It goes up and then down and up. Or you're trying to, or on over the edge of a cliff or on the edge of a bed when you're jumping, and you think that you're going to fall, but you're not actually going to fall. You're you go up, and down, and up again, like that. And then the last but not least is the drop tone. I call that the drop tone. Oops. Or dropped, or in Vietnamese, it is called the heavy. It's like when you're dropping something, and then it's just very fast. For example, for ah, ah. For everything is just dropped and very short. Ah, or eh, or e. And which I'll talk more in detail when we introducing over the vowels. So go ahead and take a quick break if you would like to review. You can go ahead and press the pause button. I'll be here waiting for you. And if you would like to take a break, go ahead and quick break. If not, I'll continue. I'll be right back with you.